Hello and welcome back. We're doing another one of these creatures live on stream, and we're going to go through our little edit pass here and show off what it is. So for those of you familiar with the Castlevania series, you might recognize these guys. They're known sometimes as Gravekeepers, or what was the other thing? Sometimes known as Biphrons, or also Lossoth in Symphony of the Night. So these are actually based off of a demon from the Ars Goetia, and so I took a lot of inspiration from there, as well as some of their abilities in the game to help make them. I did take their Ars Goetia name instead of Lossoth because that's actually a name from Tolkien. But let's get to reading through it. Biphrons. Shapeshifting... Oh, actually I noticed immediately I didn't change the spelling of that one. Biphrons. Shape-shifting devils that act as both teacher and guardian to those who bind them. Biphrons are said to command many lesser devils, though when bound in contract, they appear to work alone for their current master, taking on the guise of a groundskeeper, tutor, and grave tender when possible. Biphrons' humanoid guise is almost always of somebody reaching the grayer stages of age, but still fit enough to work their apparent position. Their lanterns are gates to hell from which they can conjure its unholy flames or illuminate uncomfortable truths. When not disguising their nature, Biphrons appear as horrifically decrepit humans with exaggerated hunched anatomy and large bulging eyes. Despite their appearances, they are nimble and stronger than they appear to be. So, they are a level 8 creature. They are uncommon medium devils, which are fiends and unholy. They have a 19 perception and greater dark vision. They speak language, demonic, diabolic, Emprian, and have the languages of any creature they have a contract with. They have Academia Lore plus 25. Yes, that's very high for a level 8 creature. We'll get there. Diplomacy 15, Deception 17, or plus 21 to impersonate their humanoid form, and Stealth plus 14. They have a 2 Strength, 4 Dex, Con of 4, Intelligence and Wisdom of 6, and a Charisma of 3. They are a diabolical educator. This should be when engaged in topics or experiments involving maths, sciences, knowledge of the arts, and virtues of natural materials. A Biphrons is a 12th level challenge. It may use Academia Lore for these purposes in place of other appropriate skills. And they carry a lantern with them, which it's in the items so that it can be maybe taken away, but it is not something that you can get to keep as an item after the fact, though you may be able to use it as a bargaining chip. They have an AC of 26, a Fortitude of 16, Reflex of 14, and a Will of 21. And yes, that is an extreme will score for level 8, but that is also because they are 12th level, and that's a slightly lower than moderate score for 12th level. They have 132 hit points, which is pretty average, right in the moderate range. They're immune to fire, like pretty much every devil. They have resistance to physical 10, except for silver, and poison 10, pretty normal for devils as well, and weak to holy, also very normal for devils. Their lantern ability is divine. A Biphrons lantern is, I need to put an apostrophe there. Lantern is their gateway back to hell. It functions as a normal hooded lantern but requires no oil to burn. The Biphrons must wield the lantern in a hand to make lantern strikes. The Biphrons gains a plus 4 circumstance bonus to sense motive checks and perception DC against creatures in the lantern's light. When they succeed a sense motive against a creature in the light, they learn a truth or secret the creature holds that gives them great discomfort. When the Biphrons dies, the lantern is destroyed as the Biphrons' soul travels through it back to hell. If the lantern is destroyed, the Biphrons is banished back to hell immediately. It has hardness 10, hit points 80, and broken threshold of 40. So basically it has a reinforcing rune on it, in the fact that it's got octuple hardness HP instead of quadruple. And I did that sort of as a balance point, so you can wail on the lantern if you can get it away from them. But they've still got more hit points, but it's not like, oh, it's only 40 hit points, we can get through that, you know? They have a speed of 25 feet. Their lantern strikes are at plus 19, which is just between moderate and high. The attack is Divine Fire, Unholy, and has Versatile Spirit. The damage is 48 fire plus 2d6 persistent fire damage. And the intent is that the persistent also changes to spirit if you versatile the spirit. They have a Fist Strike, which is Azrael, Finesse, Unarmed, and Unholy. Deals 2d4 plus 7 bludgeoning damage plus 1d6 spirit. And they have some Divine Innate spells at DC 26. They have Invisibility, Translocate at will, like many devils do. They have a first rank invisible item and Mind Link at will, and then they have Detect Magic, Guidance, and Illuminate as cantrips, which need to be italicized. They have a single Diabolic Pact ritual with DC 28, they get a little boost there, and Change Shape. Biphrons can change their appearance to an aged form of a common humanoid. This humanoid form is unique. Let's actually do this. This humanoid form is unique to the Biphrons and cannot be changed except by them forging a contract with a new creature, in which they are able to assume an additional form of that creature's ancestry or of a common humanoid ancestry of the contracted creature's choice, which is also unchanging to the contract. A Biphrons may have as many forms as it has contracts. This otherwise acts as humanoid, may have as many additional forms as it has active contracts. This otherwise acts as humanoid form heightened to 5th rank, except they gain the traits of the form they take if it is not humanoid, and gains any ability to breathe water, climb, fly, or swim that the ancestry gains, and matches the appropriate size, if not between small and large. Contract. A Biphrons can form a contract with a creature by spending 10 minutes conversing with them and having them agree. Generally, the terms of the contract are for the creature's soul, though the Biphrons may choose other terms. The benefits are that the Biphrons will edify them, granting them a +2 circumstance bonus to recall knowledge checks regarding the fields listed in Diabolical Educator. If the Biphrons is not currently unavailable to do so, they may offer their direct services as a groundskeeper, grave tender, or tutor as well, though they reserve the right to leave and attend to other contracts at any other time. This is only offered if the creature owns property with buried individuals or offers the graves of their family into the contract, including new graves to be made. The Biphrons is forbidden from knowingly hastening the deaths of those the contracted creature is related to in this instance. So they can't go like, oh yes, give me the graves of your family, and then just go murk your family so they can get the souls. Devilish Lessons. An allied creature attempts to skill check regarding the fields listed in Diabolic Educator. Effect. The creature gains a +2 circumstance bonus to the triggering check. This counts as having aided the creature. If the creature has a contract with the Biphrons, they gain 1 degree of success better on their check instead. Grave Marker. 1 action. Divine Light Unholy. Requirements. The Biphrons is holding its lantern. The Biphrons wave its lanterns over an adjacent creature that is dead or dying, or over a grave in which someone is buried. Tiny floating motes of candlelight hover in place there, shedding dim light and 10-foot emanation. The souls of the creature in this light are drawn back to their body and trapped there, unless a creature has already been judged and moved on, the souls of the creatures in this space or grave are drawn back into their body and trapped there. Unless a creature has already been judged and moved on to become a petitioner, if the creature is then buried in a different grave, the Biphrons attempts a religion check against a very hard DC of the creature's level. On a success, it gains dominion over the creature's soul and sends them to hell. If the affected grave is on land owned by a creature that the Biphrons has a contract with, or belongs to a creature related to the contracted creature, they automatically succeed this check if those graves were included in their contract. This effect can be counteracted by a Consecrate ritual cast directly on the corpse, with the success bringing the soul back to its rightful place, so long as they have not been in hell for more than 1 year. Counteract DC 28, rank 4. And that reminds me that I did not give them religion. So we are going to do religion plus, and we'll do a high value, which is 19. So plus 19. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . And that gave us one more line of text, so we need to shrink this guy here a little bit. There we go. All right, so their final ability is Hellfire Lantern, which is 2 actions, Divine, Fire, and Unholy. Requirements, the Biphrons is holding its lantern, which is also a requirement on Gravemarker. And the effect is that the Biphrons opens its lantern, unleashing a gout of hellfire in a 15-foot cone that catches easily but never spreads. Creatures in the area take 7d6 fire damage and 2d6 persistent fire damage, basic reflex DC 26. Any surface caught in the area is undamaged but licks with the unholy flame as hazardous terrain, dealing 2 fire damage to creatures that enter or touch one of the spaces until the end of the Bifron's next turn. It may not use Hellfire Lantern again for 1d4 rounds. So that is my take on the Biphrons, which I think is pretty neat. Let me know what you think about the Biphrons. Nice work. Thank you, Super Cat. Down below, if you like these videos where I finish up the stream and show off the creature. And until next time, peace. Actually, not until next time. This will be available for free on my Patreon, link in the description below. Now, peace.